Hello my friend and welcome to this reading. My name is Oki and I am very excited because we are looking today at your next breakthrough. And of course this is a timeless reading, however I'm recording it around the time of Imbolc or Bridget's Day, which of course is considered the first awakening of spring. So I also choose a bit of a nature theme with my cards today. And we will be looking at what that next breakthrough is, how it will show up in your life, and then also how it will change your life for the better. And let me show you your options for today. We have card number 1, Gebo. Card number 2, Sowilo. And card number 3, Berkano. And as always, you will find the timestamps in the description box below, so I hope you enjoy your reading. Hello again, and let's get started with your reading. So you chose this beautiful card, Gebo, and it also says connection on here. And Gebo is actually one of my favorite runes, or I don't really have any favorite runes, but I really love this energy because it describes giving and receiving gifts, and in exchanging those gifts, creating connections to others. So it's very much about relationship, having balanced relationships, and sort of the ebb and flow of life and going with that. So those are some first themes I'm getting, but let's have a closer look at what this breakthrough is actually about. What is this breakthrough about? Tranquility with the violets. And also, of course, the violet can stand for emotional healing and even forgiveness. This card jumped out right away, the Lovers. So yeah, probably your breakthrough is about relationships. Let's get one more card though, maybe. Okay, thank you. Oh, 2, okay. We have the 3 of Pentacles and the King of Wands. Yeah, I think something about how you go about relationships will change. I think you will be more careful in choosing who you want to be friends with, be lovers with, be maybe partners in business with, or how you want to relate to the people in your life and how you want to sort of work together with them, because the 3 of Pentacles is sometimes a card that can stand for teamwork. Yeah, I think you are determined to make better choices around your relationships. Or that will be your breakthrough, that you will be able to sort of reconsider what choices you want to make around relationships and creating relationships in a way that they are balanced, in a way that the give and take is balanced, in a way that you can feel some real connection, and in a way that is giving you a sense of peace and relaxation, and maybe even healing your relationship wounds. So yeah, that's already very beautiful, but let's have a look next at how this breakthrough will show up in your life. The cards are so quick today. Okay, wind, activation. Let's get a second card maybe. And dance, celebration. Yeah, I feel with those 2 cards it will really give you a sense of being reinvigorated is what I'm hearing. Being activated. Maybe you're becoming more creative, more joyful, more outgoing, more wanting to connect to others, and just enjoying life, celebrating life. And I don't know if that applies to you, but I think if you have been feeling a bit lonely, there's also more people coming into your life. Could be friends, could be lovers, or could just be someone who wants to cooperate with you on something. Maybe in your business, or maybe you've been looking for a teacher or coach and the right person will show up for you. So you can really start working on your future plans and really activate those dreams and wishes you've been maybe holding in so far, or that have been dormant. They are now being activated. And that goes so well with the theme of spring. Again, this is a timeless reading, but I can really feel this energy of waking up, wanting to move, to go out, to do more, to experience more, and maybe to celebrate more also. But let's also get some tarot cards around that. Honestly, the cards are just falling out today. So we have the Empress, abundance, nurturing, feeling very glamorous maybe. What else? And the Knight of Pentacles. And also being able to slowly but surely build something. Build the things you wanted to build. Yeah, that goes so well with what we've already talked about, that I feel there's something in your life that you wanted to create in your life. Could be either relationships or just how you want to live your life, and maybe you had some thoughts or dreams about it, but now they are being activated. Now you will be able to follow your dreams and to make them a reality. And do that with a sense of ease, with a sense of enjoyment. And getting a lot of support for that from others. But also because this is a card of give and take, I think also sharing your abundance with others. Sharing your gifts, your beauty with others. And that will give you a sense of abundance, of richness, of experience, of aliveness, I think. Yeah, it's interesting because the energies of this reading, they feel very, very powerful. At the same time, they feel very soft and easy and flowing. So I think your breakthrough isn't like this explosion, this hard shift that we can sometimes feel when we have a breakthrough. I think it's a very, very gentle moving into those new energies. And maybe with the Knight of Pentacles also a sort of slow building up of those energies. So there's definitely a shift for you, but I think it maybe feels a little bit more subtle. But it is powerful. It is very powerful. Because it will give you all of this joy, this abundance, this radiance, this sense of connection, and maybe also some emotional healing as well. Okay, let's have a look next at how this will change your life for the better. How will this change your life for the better? And we have sanctuary, retreat, haven, refuge, oasis. Yeah, and I want to take a deep breath. I think this sense of retreat and sanctuary is so needed in your life. Maybe you've been struggling. Maybe you haven't been really able to enjoy your life because something stressful has been around, or maybe you felt like you have to work hard to achieve those things or to push those things forward. And I think now it's like the wind is coming from the back and is softly pushing you forward, right? So you don't have to feel like you have to do all of the work. You have to, I don't know, push through all the time. I think now you will have the sense that life is just carrying you, and you can just relax, and you can trust life, and you can trust yourself, and you can experience this moment of peace while also moving forward and achieving the things you want to create, but in a more skillful, in a more easy way, in a more tranquil way. And I'm getting a sense that maybe you felt a great sense of lack in your life before, maybe lack of achievements, maybe lack of relationships. And now you won't feel that lack anymore. Now you will feel abundance and fulfillment in that area of your life that seemed to be lacking before. And that also will give you the sense that you have arrived, is what I'm hearing. You have arrived at this oasis that now will nurture you and will carry you forward. And you will be able to allow yourself to take a pause. Because if you've been struggling, probably you've been trying hard to get out of the sense of lack and to get somewhere else, to get to those things that you want in your life. And now those things are arriving, so you can take a pause, you can take a break, you can relax. Yeah, again, very, very powerful, but very relaxed, very easy, very soft. And I'm seeing this card. Oh, it's 2 cards actually. 9 of Cups, yes, emotional fulfillment, wishes being granted. And 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, some sort of mastery and achievement. So yeah, those 2 cards just reaffirm for me that you are now getting to the place you've always wanted to get to. And maybe it's not perfect yet, because it's the 8 and the 9, not the 10, which of course the 10 stands for completion. But it's good enough. It feels, I think it will feel like a huge achievement for you. It will feel like a sanctuary for you. Yeah, very straightforward message of this reading. So might be a little bit shorter than usual, but I feel we already got all the messages we needed to get, and I will just give you 1 more cards to see if there are any last messages, and then of course I will sum up the reading in an affirmation for you in case you want to continue working with the energies. Okay, we have Hedge Guardians, walk wider shins and seek the land under the hill. Okay. So maybe the land under the hill means something to you, I don't know. The sense I'm getting from this is to take it easy, and to just take a walk and explore, and something about going deep under the earth, the land under the hill, going towards this sanctuary, going towards the womb of the earth is what I'm hearing. I'm not quite sure what it means, but it gives me a sense of really a magical discovery for you is ahead of you. Something maybe a bit unexpected that will give you all those things we've described before. Maybe just connect to the hedge guardians and ask them what kind of message they have for you. Okay, so let's see what affirmations want to come through. I trust the flow of life and allow it to move me towards connection, abundance, fulfillment. I now create the oasis, the sanctuary for myself that I have always been seeking. I trust my inner compass and invite emotional healing. Okay, those were the affirmations that wanted to come through. Of course, if you want to come up with your own affirmations, you could do so. Please let me know in the comments below. Also, please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and see you next time. Hello, my friend, and let's get started with your reading. So you chose this beautiful card, Sowilo, and it also says victory. And of course, that's a great card to choose for a breakthrough. Who doesn't want to be successful or be victorious? And also, the Sowilo rune is connected to the sun. And we have a falcon on here, which is, at least in Egyptian mythology, also connected to the sun. So maybe also something about radiance, about a sort of a glow up, or I don't know, just enjoying life and radiating that and being successful and victorious. Those are just the first impressions, so let's get some more cards on what this breakthrough is actually about. What is this breakthrough about? Let's see, I see this one sticking out. Hope, daffodil, also with a yellow color that also reminds me of the radiance of the sun. Yeah, and also, as I mentioned in the intro, I'm filming this at the very beginning of spring, and of course daffodils are amongst the first flowers to bloom in the year. So yeah, a new start with a new chance for success. Strength. Okay, let's get one more card. And the Five of Pentacles. Yes, I think the Five of the Pentacles is the energy you're moving out of. I think you have been maybe in a situation that has been a bit difficult. Maybe you had some financial issues or even health issues, or just felt like you're somehow out in the cold, and this sense of lack of something. Maybe a sense of lack of belonging, or a lack of a space where you feel at home, where you can grow roots. Maybe a lack of love. Could be anything really, but I think somehow you felt that you're out in the cold, harsh weather, and you had to endure sort of a difficult situation. However, this situation that you had to endure also helped you build this inner strength, that now you can do things differently. Now you can start anew and make new choices in your life, have hope again for victory, for success. And that could of course be in all areas of your life. Victory and success, it doesn't necessarily have to be financial success or success in your career. You could also find success in relationships, or in finding your place in the world, so to speak, finding a place where you want to settle or where you feel at home. Yeah, for some reason this This is a strong theme coming through, this theme of belonging, wanting to belong, wanting to find your tribe, your chosen family, or maybe the place in the world, quite literally, where you want to settle, where you want to live, choosing maybe a new city or country, or a new home, or maybe also a new partnership that will give you the sense of home, or that will give you the sense of arrival and settling. And maybe not necessarily arriving and settling like forever and having sort of a finished product, let's call it, but the sense of you have arrived at a point where you want to grow roots, where you want to build something, where you want to go deeper. Yeah, that's what's coming through really strongly. A sense of hope that you can build something that will last, that you can create something that will sort of nourish and carry you over the long term. Those are themes that are coming through, but let's have a look at how this breakthrough will show up in your life. How this breakthrough show up in your life. And we have forest, breathe. Yes, very beautiful. Those powerful green colors. Yes, I want to take a deep breath. There's so much healing energy coming through this card. Yeah, it feels very, very exciting. A great sense of happiness and relief, and all the stress sort of just dripping away, and just leaving you with a sense of freshness and newness. And yeah, again, the sense of belonging. I think it's really about finding a sense of belonging. What is a place where you can take root? What is a place where you can grow and become the tallest tree? Okay, but let's get some more cards. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Yes, a new start. Definitely a new start for you. And we have the Knight of Swords. Yeah. Stop fighting. And I put that card there, but let's make it so it's symmetrical. I always love symmetry. Anyway, yes, a new start, an offering, an opportunity that will show up that seems like the perfect opportunity is what I'm hearing. And it's interesting because there's some overlap, I think, to the themes of group 1. So if you want to watch that as well, you could. Of course, you don't have to, but this, what's very similar is this moving from a sense of struggle and maybe fighting to get where you want to get, and yeah, being really like in a stressful situation, in a situation of lack, to moving to this energy that feels so much calmer and easier, and it feels like you don't have to try so hard anymore. Things are flowing towards you. Opportunities are being offered up to you, and you don't have to go chasing them. You will know, that's what I'm hearing. You will know when this thing, this opportunity shows up, when this door opens up, you will know, because that is what it will feel like you can breathe again, like you're being nourished by this beautiful green lively energy, because it will immediately allow you to have hope again, because it will feel just right. I think that's really strongly what I'm getting. It's interesting because first this victory card gave me a slightly different feeling, so maybe we can find out how this fits together. But let's ask first on how this will change your life for the better. How will this change your life for the better? authenticity, sovereignty, independence, uniqueness. And we have adventure, experience, taking risks, wish. Again, with the authenticity, more of this green energy coming in, this nurturing energy coming in, this healing energy coming in. Actually, let's shift them around. Yeah, whatever this opportunity is, I think it will feel just like a very good match for you. And it will allow you to show up as who you are. It will allow you to tap into your strength and bring those forward. Because, and this might sound a bit abstract, but like every plant needs different soil conditions to really grow well, right? So some plants like it dry, some plants like it very watery, some plants like shade, some plants like bright sunlight. And I think finding the right conditions, finding the right space, finding the right sense of belonging, maybe with other people or with choosing a career that is a better match for you, or finding a place to live that is a better match for you. I think those will really highlight your strengths, because it will allow you to grow and flourish more than before. And so I think it will also shift your perspective on yourself. Maybe you felt that you're struggling because you are lacking skills, or you are lacking strengths, or that you have to maybe try harder or do more, and then you will find that no, that's not the case. The case is that until now, until this breakthrough, you just didn't have the right conditions to really bloom, is what I'm hearing. Or maybe you were scared to be authentic because maybe you thought people wouldn't accept you if you would show your true self. But now you will find a place where that feels very safe, that feels very welcome, and where you feel that you and your skills are actually wanted. So you can really lean into your authenticity, your uniqueness. And I think that in itself is a victory, that you will feel more comfortable being you, is what I'm hearing. And from there, from this place of stability and self-worth and knowing who you are, and having the sense of independence and sovereignty, that then will allow you to go on new adventures, because then you will sort of have this base camp from which to go on adventures from. Sorry, my grammar, I don't know if it makes sense, but you know what I mean. You have this base camp, and then you can venture out in different directions, because you always have this place to come back to and to sort of rest and relax and get nourished again and gather the strength again to go on a new adventure, to seek out a new experience, to do the things that you have to do. And maybe if there's a situation where you feel like you have to sort of fight through it or push through it or something like that, then you can always do that in front of this backdrop of having a home, having a sense of belonging, having a sense of sovereignty and authenticity. Okay, let's get some more tarot cards to see if there's anything more we need to know about that. And we have Judgment, and we have the Knight of Wands. Yes, with the Knight of Wands, I'm hearing you will be able to move forward with confidence. This will really unlock for you, I think, the sense of self-worth and self-respect, and it will give you a lot of confidence to pursue your future endeavors. A lot of inner strength. And with the judgment, I'm feeling, again, like the re-evaluating of your situation, and maybe now understanding and seeing more clearly, as I've mentioned before, that it's not you who were lacking those skills or characteristics. It was like your surrounding that just didn't allow you to be the best version of yourself, and you can make readjustments around that now, and that will give you a sense of being revived, of having new hope, of being able to move forward to victory. Very, very, very powerful, very beautiful. And I'm also getting this great sense of clarity arising, of this epiphany, maybe even, where suddenly it all makes sense, suddenly it all comes together. Suddenly you can see through the confusion and distraction, and there's no question anymore about who you are or what you are meant to do in this life. Very powerful, very clear and strong and powerful, and I'm feeling a lot of passion, also being passionate about the things you want to do, the things you want to represent in this world. But also for you, this source that you can draw on to support yourself, to nourish yourself, to retreat to when you need to. Very, very, very beautiful reading. I'm absolutely loving it. Okay, let's get maybe one more card, and then after that I will try to sum up the reading in an affirmation for you, so you can continue to work with the energies of this reading if you want to. And this card is Owl Song. Whisper secrets to the moonlight. Find strength in stillness. Beautiful. So I think this owl, which could also represent your spirit guides, is really coming in to guide you, to show you the way. So maybe you will have to sort of go inside and go into stillness and sort of wait for the things to emerge, to show up. Maybe sort of listen to your intuition, listen to or watch out for synchronicities showing up for you, for little things that will show you the way, that will show you how to move forward to those energies. And whisper secrets to the moonlight, I'm getting, maybe it all starts with being very honest to yourself about what it is you desire, what it is that you crave the most, and allowing yourself to speak that to the moonlight or to your spirit guides. Or maybe you could call in this owl to guide you and speak to them. And also we have a lot of birds here. We have the falcon, the pheasant, and now we have the owl. So maybe, and we have those crows, of course, here. So maybe birds could be your omens, or maybe you have a spirit animal that is a bird, something like that. Whisper secrets to the moonlight. Find strength in stillness. I love that came out as a last card, because we had a lot of about, especially with the knights and the strength card, and also this adventure card about being passionate, maybe even being impulsive, moving forward. But now this brings in like this balance of yes, but also breathe, but also hope, but also rest in stillness. Okay, so now let me try to sum up this reading in an affirmation for you. I breathe deeply into my desires and have hope that the right opportunities will show up for me. I fully now step into my power with self-love, self-respect, and self-knowledge. I know who I am and where I belong. Okay, yes, even those affirmations that wanted to come through felt very powerful to me. Of course, you could come up with your own affirmations. If you do so, please let me know in the comments below. Also, please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and see you next time. Hello again, and let's get started with your reading. So you chose this beautiful card, Berkano, and it also says creativity. And before I get into the card, I just want to mention that when I started the reading, the time was 11:11. So already getting a sense of synchronicity, things coming together, maybe also some sort of cosmic blessing. So maybe 11:11 is an important number to some of you, so I wanted to mention it. And here with the hair on this card, I'm also getting, and it's interesting because every group, I think, in this reading really got this strong theme of spring that I mentioned in the intro. And yeah, with the spring, this abundance coming and this growing and expanding. And also I think that's what creativity could be about, creating something new, watching it grow and expand. So yeah, maybe that is what your breakthrough is about. But let's get some more cards to see what this breakthrough is about. What is it about? Clarity. And I want to get one more card. Affection. Okay. Maybe also let's get some tarot cards. What else? What is this breakthrough about? See this card sticking out? 9 of Wands. And I want to get one more. That is the one. 4 of Pentacles. Yes, with the carrots here, I also heard growing roots. And of course, with the 4 of Pentacles, especially this 4 of Pentacles, which is, I think it's supposed to be a mandrake spirit. Anyway, for me, this has a strong energy of growing roots, of finding stability and grounding and a sense of groundedness in the earth. So that is one aspect of it, but it seems to be something that has a lot of different layers to it, to be honest. Let's see what else. With the 9 of Wands, I'm getting breaking down barriers. So maybe there has been a sense of something being a barrier or a hindrance to your expansion. And now that is sort of dismantled and you're now able to move into new territory or to expand even more. I'm not 100% sure what the affection card is about, but it has a little cat on here, so, and she's also holding the hair very fondly, I think. So maybe something about connecting to animals, connecting to nature, connecting to other people, maybe feeling this sense of affection for either the natural world or for your friends, family, pets. I'm not quite sure yet how that ties into your breakthrough, because that doesn't feel like something new coming in, but maybe it will help you and support you with those other things. I think your breakthrough is mainly about growth that comes from creating a sense of groundedness and stability, and thereby allowing yourself to be more open to maybe exploring new things, because you feel stable, you feel settled, you feel balanced, so you have more capacity for maybe exploring new things, taking risks. Because this person who is sort of making this inviting gesture looks a bit scary, don't they? So yeah, maybe finding a sense of affection towards something or someone that seemed a bit scary previously, maybe expanding your affection as well. Yeah, I'm not quite sure yet, but I'm getting this strong sense of expansion and growth for this group. So let's have a look at how this breakthrough will show up in your life. Completion. Something coming to fruition. I'm not sure. Okay, and whale breach. Wow, yeah, that would be a powerful breakthrough. Breaking through the surface, coming out of the depth towards the fresh air, where you can breathe, where you can feel free maybe. Okay. Knight of Swords. And the Empress. And it's very interesting because the Knight of Swords and the Empress also came out for group 2. So we have a lot of overlap of themes today between the groups. So if you want to, you could maybe also watch group 2. Of course you don't have to, but there's some overlap, I feel. Okay, but what do those cards mean for you in this reading? Yeah, it's still a bit mysterious to me, and as I mentioned before, it seems like there's several different layers to it that somehow fit together, or will come together, or will sort of show up and expand into something bigger. And that was also what emergence means. It's a concept where under the right conditions something comes out that hasn't been previously seen. So for example, it's a concept in science where, for example, you can't predict from water how snowflakes will look, because each drop of water looks the same, but each snowflake has a individual patterns to it. So that is the thing that is emerging, this quality of individuality that water doesn't have but snow has. So, and that's just an example to explain that concept a little bit more, and I think that is what is happening for you, and that's maybe also why it feels so mysterious or a bit unclear even, because I think you will have to wait for this breach or this breakthrough or this emergence to really understand how everything fits together and to really understand where everything leads to. And I think for you right now with the Knight of Swords, it's really about taking a stance and being clear on what it is that you want to stand for, or what it is that you want to embody. And maybe with the Empress, doing that not in a sort of aggressive or defensive way, but doing that more in a embodied way, where you can sort of embody and live those qualities that you want to bring, or express those things that you stand for, maybe through your creativity, maybe just by radiating them out into the world. Yeah, I'm hearing it again, this take a stance, take a stance. I'm not 100% sure what that means, but I think you will probably know what it means. And with this take a stance, I'm also getting a sense of being rooted in your values, aligning sort of your heart and mind and actions towards your values, to what you feel in your heart of heart is true. And maybe that is where the affection comes in, to maybe not decide all things purely from a rational point of view, purely from the mind, but also from what you feel affectionate towards, what your heart is telling you. And also maybe let's have a quick look at the guidebook, what it says about the affection card, because sometimes this guidebook, which I really like, has some more information on other things about the card. So let's see. Oracle meaning: new experiences are coming your way, which means you will feel prompted to find new ways of doing things. Yeah, didn't I say that you're expanding towards new experiences? Okay, if you are seeking a solution, be more receptive to suggestions and openings. Ensure you are putting your true feelings into all that you are doing. Yes, that's what I meant to say with saying, align with your heart. A valuable proposition should come your way, but don't get too carried away. Okay, that's interesting. So yeah, I think that's also, of course, another aspect of this rootedness or stability, that you have to, or you don't have to, but you would do well to stay in your center, to stay centered and grounded and balanced, even while pursuing the things that you feel drawn to pursue. And with the completion card, I'm also getting to trust that it will all turn out well, is what I'm hearing. Because, with all the things going on in the world right now, I think it can be way too easy to lose hope. So I think this full moon wants to remind you that there's always hope. There's always things waxing and waning. There's always things, moving in and moving out, and things going up and things going down. So everything happens in cycles. But the fact that everything happens in cycles also means better times will be coming again. And you have to persevere through the challenges by being grounded and stable and aligning to your values and to your heart and mind. And it sounds a bit like I am preaching something or telling you what to do. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just reading the cards. Okay, so you of course make your own decisions, and there's no moral imperative in what I am saying here. It's really just what I am getting from the cards. That this is actually your breakthrough. This is your breakthrough, that you will be able to do that, and you will be able to draw inspiration and creativity from doing that. And you will be able to embody the things you want to create, the things you want to see in this world with the Empress. Because there's really, nature is so abundant, there's really million ways of being a certain thing. There's no one way to do things, is what I mean to say. Okay, let's have a look then at how this will change your life. Okay, one card flew out, one moment. Okay, it's actually two cards that came out, and we have dreaming, gifts, receiving dreams. Yeah, allow yourself to dream, allow yourself to dream up the world you want to live in, is what I'm hearing. And use your gifts, use your creativity to express those dreams that you have. And then we also have letting go, release, farewell, impermanence. And of course, impermanence is a very important concept in Buddhist teaching or Buddhist traditions, and that also goes well with what I already mentioned with the moon card. Nothing stays as it is. It's always moving in cycles. It's always something moving out, something new coming in. So that is the impermanence of things. And allowing things I'm hearing that want to die. Like, if you're familiar with tarot, of course you will know that the death card in tarot stands for transformation. So this kind of death, letting things go, and maybe it's not easy or pleasant or maybe even painful, but trust that you will reach that breakthrough, you will reach that breach. Trust that your dreams will emerge for you and you will be able to express them and embody them and make them a reality in that way. And with the owl and the full moon, I'm also getting maybe turn to your spirit guides or to your spirituality or whatever it is that you believe in to guide you through these dark times, to guide you through the night. Allow them to give you hope and inspiration for moving forward, for moving into your dreams and visions and having those come alive. And I feel overall in this reading, the strongest message or the strongest energy I'm getting is the energy or the message of renewed hope. Renewed hope that, it will be all right. It will be okay. You can move through this. And whether that is your own personal journey or what's going on around you right now, you will get through this. You will be able to breathe the fresh air again. And the best thing I feel that you can do right now is really get into this energy of grounding and centering and aligning with your values, with your spirituality, with your heart, with your dreams, and also with your gifts, and how you can express maybe your emotions through art or music or writing or sharing your experiences. So that's, I think, something very powerful that you can do to support yourself right now. Yeah, okay. So let me get one more card for you to see if there's any last messages, and then of course I will try to sum up this reading in an affirmation for you so you can continue to work with the energies of this reading if you want to. And we have the Troll Fae. Follow the secret signs, as treasures can be found where you least expect them. Yeah, that's beautiful. I love this creature. They look so positive. And I think, that this positivity, this optimism, this hope is something that is really coming in for you, coming through for you. And I think you would do well to invite that into your life even more. And again, with this dreaming, I know that a lot of famous writers, a lot of famous artists, they really have drawn their inspiration and their creativity from something painful, from expressing things that were difficult for them about their own life's journey or about the times they lived in. So connect to those energies, and maybe you can gain some inspiration from others who have walked this path before you. I know for myself, Frida Kahlo is a great source of inspiration because I have chronic health conditions, and of course she had really severe chronic health conditions, but she still managed to create so much expression out of it and so much beauty out of it. So that she to me is a really great source of inspiration. And that's just an example. Maybe you have your own inspirational figures, or you could try to research them. And or maybe they're not even famous people. Maybe they are just your friends or your family or your parents or your children or your pets, maybe even. Maybe you could become more like your pets. And because I feel like, for example, cats, they are so good at resting when they are not hunting, when they are not using their energies or playing. Then they spend so much time just resting and maybe even dreaming. And yeah, so maybe that's just a side note for some of you, but maybe your pets also could be an inspiration for you. Okay, so let me see what kind of affirmations want to come through. I allow my worry, pain, and difficulties to become an inspiration in my life. I align my heart, mind, and spiritual values and embody these qualities now. I trust that all of this is impermanent, all of those difficulties are impermanent, and that I will emerge from them feeling renewed and revigorated. Okay, those are the affirmations that wanted to come through. Of course, you could come up with your own affirmations. If you do so, please let me know in the comments below. Please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and see you next time.